great return. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Well, the man open here is strong. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Commanders have moved out in front.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
Let's go.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back to throw again. Going deep here for Landry. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
42 yards.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
Throwing again on second down. Howell, he's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Howell looking to throw again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Howell trying to pick it up on third. Able to connect with Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Tylan Wallace, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Howell gets it to Strong. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
To throw again on second down, Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw.
Throw left side. There's London. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On second, here's Algier.
Oh, he shifts, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. Down the left sideline.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute.
Back now here on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. It's Washington with a football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw.
Into the hands of London.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Algier going straight ahead.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
They'll run for it with Algier.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll stick with Algier.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Algier now up the middle.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down 24-21, under a minute 20 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. Howell to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll look to throw. The throw finding Dotson along the sideline. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys